everyone, this side Sunil Kumar. Today we will discuss about exception handling. So first we will discuss about our outlines of our complete presentation, errors and exception. Then we will discuss about exception handling mechanism using try, throw, catch. These are the building blocks of the exception. Rethrowing an exception, declare new exceptions by the user or developer, specifying exceptions, stack unwinding, also part of exception, standard exception hierarchy. So let's start with first basics of exception. An error is a special type of problem that occurs during the execution of program, or it may be generated by the system depending on their system conditions. So these are unexpected errors which results are not correct. Different types of error: logical error, syntactic error and system errors. So logical errors are due to the poor knowledge of mathematical or logical background of any logic what we are making for calculation. And syntactic error is a weak knowledge of programming, or there is no syntax knowledge, that's why this type of problem is occur. And system error is occurring due to the system type of problem, like operating system is not working properly, there is some problem in operating system files, and some systematic error like keyboard, mouse and any hardware component that is not properly working. Exceptions are runtime anomalies that a program may encounter while executing. Means exceptions is a special type of error that cannot be completely removed, but it can be handled, means it can be suppressed for a while. Reason is that if we are executing our program, there are 10 lines. Out of 10 lines, 5 lines are executed sequentially, or all lines of the exceptions are executing in a sequence that is called in the synchronous manner, but after 5th statement, 6th and 7th is having error, and if we are able to handle that error through exception handling mechanism, then 8th, 9th and 10th statement will be executed very normally. So synchronous in type of exception, two types of exceptions are there, synchronous and asynchronous. So in synchronous program related exceptions are known as synchronous, like out of bound error, range of array, underflow, overflow, or some numeric formatting error. So it's belonging to our synchronous type of error. Asynchronous error, external exceptions that not in the scope of program, not in the scope of compiler, like interrupt error. It may be related to our program, like operating system or input output devices, memory failure, hardware failure. All the external errors are considered as asynchronous error. Exception handling methods. There are 4 sections. First we will find a problematic sections where particular section or critical section error can be occur. So this section is called hit area, and information about error occurrence is thrown or informed by a statement that is called throw statement, and this throw statement is cached by the cache block that is used for receiving the error information from a try block. So this hitting area is a try block, and receiving error cache block is there that will handle it. Take necessary action. So what type of actions you want to take on the error, how to print, how to deal with that, you can do with this cache block or inside the cache block. So next, the example of basic exception handling techniques. How to handle exception using the building blocks of these try block, catch block and throw statement. So as you know that these are the basic statements that you have already used using namespace, std and this. So try block, this section is a specific, block for our problematic area. So here just I have thrown 10 without any condition checking, and then this 10 is an integer type of value, so int e is an integer. This will match with this catch statement, and then this e is used for handling the error inside the catch block. We have a problem in statement, you can print e also here, and then return 0 as our main is integer type. So this is the example of simple exception handling. Now we are dealing with a function. Start with main function and int x50, int y0, double z is equal to 0, try z is equal to division x comma y. Means we are not aware about the functions, what type of statement is written there, but we are doubtful that we are executing a function or calling a functions that is not in our knowledge what type of error it can generate, because it is not written by you, for example. So you can put this method inside a try block. Cout z, whatever value it will return, it will be printed here. So this division method is captured or put inside the try block. Now move to the division method. There are x and y, two variables, int a and b, x containing 50 and this one containing 0. So if b equal to 0, there is a normal method. We can use if conditions like throw divide by 0. This statement as a text message, or you can say string, or as a pointer will be tackled. So thrown statement will be goes, because if b is 0, already we have y is equal to 0, that is passing y to b. B is 0, then b equal to 0. This will throw a statement. And throw statement, because this try block throw is checking for is this statement is available inside a try block, no, but this from where this function is called, it will find out the base address, and then it will move again to this section, and then this try block will transfer the thrown message to the message pointer, character type of pointer. Here C error is equal to message, this will print the error, no problem. If there is b is greater than 0, then what will do? Return a less than b. Means there is a division process and it will return value to the z and then this. So it's depending on our input variable, what you are entering through the user or keyboard. So this example is used for handling the exception, but in traditional way we are using some if conditions to handle these type of error, but some errors are not handled by the if condition. But most of time we are using if condition, like if b is equal to 0, then what we can do, if b equal to 0, then we can write here cout, please enter the value greater than 0 for b variable. Then there is no throw statement, and if we are using throw statement, then it will automatically handle what type of value it is coming. So why we need to use exception? There are always if conditions to handle error that I have just discussed. Function methods can handle any exceptions they choose. Any type of exceptions can be handled by a function, either it can be integer, float, and whatever you are using. Grouping of error types, sometimes we are able to pass exceptions as a object, so object can hold number of errors. And catch block handling variants, means catch block can handle one type of error, single type of error. It can handle multiple type of exceptions. Sorry. Rethrowing an exception. If a catch block cannot handle the particular type of exception in catch block, then we can rethrow that statement. Just we will write a throw statement, as I mentioned here, throw statement without any variable, because this catch block is working according to the thrown statement, and then that type is not required to checking here. It will just throw the whatever it is getting, it will thrown again to the parent try block from where it is handled, and this will cause the originally thrown object to the thrown. Okay, this original objects or any variable that is originally thrown, it will rethrow it, and scope of the rethrowing exception. So throwing exception scope is scope means the parent try block from where this function or method will be called. Exception specification. C++ provides a mechanism to ensure that a given function is limited to throw any specific list of exceptions. Means one method can throw 3 to 4 exceptions or 5 exceptions, but we can specify what type of exceptions will be handled by our method. And exception specification at the beginning of any function means you, before the starting of curly braces, we can mention what type of exceptions you want to handle. Act as a guarantee to the function caller, because if function exception is mentioned, then it is confirmed that these functions can only handle these 1 or 2 exceptions. Function will throw only the exception contained in the exception specification. For example, void result, throw, int, float and char. So these 3 types of exception can be thrown from this function if this function is having some error or exception. So exception types are these. If you are passing double, then it can handle. This is the example of exception specification. First we write void g is a function, int I, throw, int and float. So here we are just passing 2 types of exception, means these functions can generate 2 type of exception. It can generate other type of exception, but it can't pass, it can't throw. Int I, cout, int I the value of I between 0 and 1, or it can be anything. So cin, after entering this value, we are going inside the switch statement and switch control. Case 0, then throw 5, integer value, it is handleable. Case 1, if value of I, or I directly used the constant value, no problem. So thrown 4.5, it will handle float value, default any value that I is getting, then thrown A, it is a character type value, so it can't be handled by this function. So it is important that this character value cannot be passed by the function. Now same function is revised by me. Void g function, int I, throw a star, means it will pass a pointer type of object, or we can say reference type of object, and dynamic object also the term can be used. So a pointer A is equal to new A, B and C. We can consider these as a class or any type of structure. So here we are assigning the dynamic memory to these, and switch I is used for any numeric value. I haven't declared here cin, we can take the input for I, and if case 0, then throw A is a object of this class. So here we have mentioned A star, so we can throw this A to by this throw stated. It means this function is eligible to pass the exceptions of A type only. So throw B will not be handled by this function, throw C is also not handled by this function. So this type of exception handling mechanism, where we have mentioned the user defined variable, not fundamental data type, so it is called dynamic exception specification. We are dynamic exception handling. Now declare new exception classes, a new exception class. So here using namespace, and then class my exception, public exception. Here I have written error number, message. There are two types of variable inside a class. We can inherit exception class in our this one, or if you are not using, then there is no problem. We can just simply create class my exception. There is no need to inherit. Just declare two variable, public my exception, int char pointer y. So there are two informal variable, not actual, formal variables. Error number x, message y, and then error print is a function of class cout parent, and error number and message. These two variables are member variable of a class, so there is no need to taking any type of object help. And then int main function try throw, I just write without any exception generating, just written throw statement my exception. So here I made some mistake. My exception, here we can write in parameter. First parameter is error number, so I write here 10. Whatever message you want to pass inside this, because this is a constructor, so constructor is asking for two types of value. One is integer, second is the pointer type of or string type of variable. So here next we can pass in double quotes and write here what message you want to pass with this constructor, and then these value will be getting by this one, and these values are updated for error number and message. And after throwing this, where it will be catched, everything is initialized. Now catch my exception, there is a e object of my exception class, cout my exception code, this is a simple message, and e dot error print, this function will be called by the object and it will print the error. So user defined exception handling means we are creating our own exception class, and that will handle our error using the try throw catch block. And sometimes we can use the feature of this exception class, but here I haven't used any method related to this exception class or header file. So next, stack unwinding in C++. Stack unwinding is a process of removing function entry from functional call stack at runtime. Means if you have multiple functions and you are calling, one function is calling to second is calling to third, in that scenario we are creating a stack of functions. As we know that when we are calling a function, a stack is created, so stack process is created, and when exception is occurring, so at exception, in case of exception, the reverse process is start. In that reverse process, function entries are removed from the stack at runtime, because during execution this process is occurring. Otherwise the function execution process is completed, then it will revert back to the previous functions to report. But meanwhile, before this, if error is occurring, exception is occurring, then it's the process of removing function call from the stack, and that process is called stack unwinding due to exception. If exceptions are removed, functions entries are removed due to exception, then this process is called stack unwinding. Stack unwinding is generally related to the exception. Now, all the entries before the function with exception handler are removed from the function call stack. This is an example. First, void mca1 function is there, throw int, this will throw only integer type of exception, throw x, this is a message related to this, and cout entering into mca1, throw 100 integer type, it is matching with this exiting mca. A second case, mca function 2, throw int mca, this is a text message, mca1, and this mca2 will call mca1. There is no throw statement, but throw statement is in 1. So MC2 is calling to the MC1 and MC3 is calling to the MC2. Here I have used try block sorry, catch int I. So whatever exceptions are captured by this MC2, it will be thrown for this catch block, and here we write it this, and int main method MCA3 function is called, and then MCA3 function, and then in this third function MCA2, then MCA1. MCA1 is creating problem, or it's throwing an exception integer type. It come back to the previous functions from where this function is called. Here is no exception handling mechanism, but here we have written thrown int, means it will rethrow if it is not handling. Here we can write throw statement also. If you are not writing, then it will go back and it will passing through this, and here from this int I, and then it will use here and value of I. So this type of reverse process, and then when exception is occurring, this reverse process is removing function 1 from stack, then 2 from stack, then third. This process is called stack unwinding. Standard exception hierarchy. Main exception class is there that we have already used in our header file, but not use any function. Such type of exception header file is containing runtime error, that is normally we are handling this like array overflow, underflow, stack in case of stack, and logical error. It's related to our invalid argument not matching. Length of error. Length means when integer variable or any type of variable length is not matching. Out of range. Range is also exceeding. And then there is a bad alloc. A bad allocation of memory is handled by this bad alloc exception handling mechanism in case of memory allocation process. Bad casting, when you are converting any object or something. For this there is a dynamic cast. During dynamic cast, if error is occurring, dynamic cast is a special type of keyboard for converting the object into any other objects at runtime. So bad casting, if bad casting means that is not convertible using dynamic cast, then it will be handled by bad cast. Bad type ID. There is a type info class. Type ID is also a data type, a class by which if error is occurring, then it is handled by this exception. Bad exceptions. Exceptions are not mentioned in our program by user or not mentioned in the exception class. So the exceptions which are out of the scope, then it is handled as a bad exception. So thank you so much. Next